Hello, welcome back to KG Simple Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing this WekiiStar electric meat slicer. There's been so many different times, especially prepping for some kind of event, that I need a lot of meat and cheese or bread or whatever it is cut, and it's just not easy to do by hand. For example, when you buy a whole ham and you have to slice that up, it's so hard to do to get your knife all the way through, to have a knife large enough and sharp enough. It's just a whole thing. So I think this is really going to come in handy, especially with Easter coming up and us having some fun ham meals planned. I feel like that is going to be so perfect, but this would be great for turkey, for any types of cheeses like block cheese. I know that we like to buy some bulk sized cheese just because it's a little bit more cost effective, but that does make it a little bit harder. You do have to slice it and grate it, and I feel like this is so going to come in handy with slicing cheese especially, and that is what I'm going to use this on today. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what it looks like and get it all set up, see if I need to install anything or put it together. So let's do that. I feel like this is such a novelty to have in your home, just because when you go to the deli and you get your meat and cheese sliced there, you're basically able to do the same thing at home. So I think that is so exciting. Okay, let me take this out here. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of take everything out so that we can see what everything looks like, and then we'll go from there. This looks like these are the blades, and I do like that it comes nicely packaged in some safety cardboard as well as wrapped in plastic, just because I know that is going to be super sharp. Another thing I really like about this specific meat slicer is that it does come with two blades. So for example, if you are cutting raw meat with one blade and you want to cut your cheeses with another one, you don't have to wash the blade in between. You can just switch it out. So I do really like that. Or if you are like cutting cheese with one and then there's cheese pieces stuck on it and you don't want that getting on the next item that you're slicing, you can just switch out your blade, and I feel like that's gonna make it a lot easier. Okay, so if you can see, this is everything that it came with right here. I'm gonna go over all of each of these things, but first I'm just going to set this up. So I have the cord, and this cord is about 2.5 or so feet long, just for reference, but I feel like that's perfect because you're going to be using this by an electrical outlet anyways. It says to stand this up, just like so, and then there is a lock and unlock button right here, so I'm going to unlock it so I can have this platform facing down. And then there is this little tray under here, and this is the discharge tray. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you how to assemble this. So this right here is going to be the base on this side, so I'm just gonna show it to you. You just push it down in these grooves right here, which kind of helps it to slide. And then you're gonna match up this L shape with the L shape on this piece. And then you're going to put the piece that's actually going to hold on to the meat or the cheese, whatever it is you're slicing. You're gonna put that right here. So this is how it looks all fully put together. You can see this side. This is where your meat is going to go. Once it is already sliced, it is gonna come out on this tray right here, so it's not landing on your counter or whatever it is that you're working on. And then you can see this side is where you're going to be putting your unsliced meat. So you can see you can put your item in here, whatever it is that you need to slice, and this is going to push on it to feed it through the slicer. You can see the blade is right here. And so the more you push, the more it's going to continue to slice the item and put it out onto this side. So I love this. You can continue to slice it like this, and it's a pretty natural feeling to push this way while you're going back and forth. I love that you have the control of how quickly you want to slice it, how thick or thin you want to slice it. You can see right here, there's a knob for thin or thick, just depending on what it is you're slicing and how thick you want it, depending on just whatever food you're making. And then right here on top is the power switch. And then we also have this little cleaning tool, which I really like that it comes with its own cleaning tool. That way you aren't using your other scrub brushes for other items. And you can use this to get into any nooks and crannies on here, just to make sure that you are getting it fully clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on so that we can hear kind of what it sounds like and see what it looks like while it is working, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wash it up so that we can test it out. So I'm just gonna plug this in first. And before I plug it in, I do wanna show you, it does look really nice. You can see the stainless steel blade. It has a silver and black look to it. I just feel like it looks nice if you're gonna pull it out when guests are over. It isn't a huge eyesore, so I do love that. So there are two different options on this power button over here. One of them is going to have it continuously go, and the other one, you're just pushing it down, kind of like on a blender when you push pulse. It's only pulsing while you're pushing it. Well, that's what this button does. It just goes while you are pushing on the button. So I'll just show that to you. So that goes completely by itself. It's not too loud. And that's off. And then this button just goes while you are pushing it. So that's definitely gonna be nice if you don't want it to be going continuous, or you just wanna cut something part way, you can totally do that with this. And then when you are measuring this thick and thin, you can see that this bar is going further and closer. Obviously, the further this bar is that way, the thicker your meat slices or whatever it is you're cutting is going to be, as you can see right there. And I do really like that this is where your hand is going. This is kind of the hand grip right here. And as you are sliding this back and forth, I cannot touch the blade. I would really have to put my finger over here, really try to touch the blade. But as far as my hand, just using it in the normal way, there's no way that my hand is going to touch the blade, which gives me so much assurance when using this. I don't feel like my fingers are at risk or anything like that. I feel like that's really safe. This does have a measurement right here that is 0 to 18 millimeters. So you can adjust the thickness on that, and you can see like how thick you're going. So I like that. I feel like the thicker, the 18 millimeter slot would be more for if you were slicing bread. You would probably want like some nice thick bread. But otherwise for meats and cheeses, you're probably gonna go for a little bit smaller. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this, and I do wanna show you, I'm gonna take this part off. I do wanna show you how you can replace the blade if you're going to switch out the blades. I just wanna show you that it is not a hard process. So you're just going to twist this, and you just can kind of pull it out from there. So you can see, obviously you're gonna wanna make sure that this is off. This is completely off. This is not plugged in or anything. So this is how you would remove the blade to wash it or to switch it out with the other blade. But I'm gonna go ahead and wash this blade up and wash all of the surfaces here so I can go ahead and demonstrate how I'm going to slice up a block of cheese. Okay, so I have everything all washed up. I washed up the blade. It was really easy to do. I love that you can take apart every single part of this, all the parts where the food is touching, and you can fully clean it off and easily reassemble it. So I really like that. I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you from this angle, and then I will stop it and flip it around and show it to you from the other angle, just so you can get a full idea of what this looks like. This is the block of cheese that I have right here. It is a little bit harder than just like the standard medium cheddar cheese. So this is the white, sharp, aged cheddar. I have this at about 6 millimeter thickness, and I think I'm gonna have it go a little bit thinner. Honestly, I kind of wanna see how thin it can go while still keeping the cheese functional. So I'm just gonna go about 2 millimeters thickness here. So I'm gonna start by putting the cheese where I need it to be. I do want square slices, so I am going to put it just like this. And as I go back and forth, I'm just gonna be pushing this way with it. Nice, perfect. So you can see this is about the thickness. I could definitely go thinner, so I'm gonna try thinner now. So I'm just gonna twist this to go even thinner. I'm just gonna see how thin it goes. It's below 1 millimeter, so I'm just gonna see how this goes. I'm just gonna turn it on and give it a try. Okay, this is so perfect. Okay, this is more the thinness that I would want to use for like sandwiches, for example. I love this so much. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and rotate this so that you can see how it looks kind of coming out the other end. Okay, so you can see right here, I'm going to turn it on and do it again at that same really thin size. That is so perfect. As you can see here, I did a couple of different sizes. These two are the thinnest size that I did, and this is a little bit larger, but I feel like the options with this are endless. Honestly, there's so many things that I'm going to use this for, especially this summer when we have a lot of picnics. This is going to really come in handy, and when we're trying not to heat up the house by cooking, cutting up pastrami and ham and all the things that you're gonna put on sandwiches. This is going to come so much in handy. I cannot wait. This is definitely going to be a game changer. I'm gonna go ahead and put a link in the description down below so you can go check this out yourself. If you found this review useful, please give this video a thumbs up and follow us for more. Thanks for watching. Bye.